Today marks yet another milestone in our drive towards the creation of a formalized economy through digitization. The pieces of the jigsaw in our drive towards digitization are adding up gradually and steadily, and the launch of this electronic government procurement system really is a dream come true. There are so many people who have worked so hard to bring us to this day. And I would like to thank, first of all, our indefatigable Minister for Communications, who is our true digital champion for Ghana. It's so nice to work with her, and she's overseeing so many projects. And if I know anybody who wants to see things faster than me, it's her. Whenever I think of something, she's already ahead of that. So I'm so happy to work with her. I also want to commend the Chief Executive Officer for the Public Procurement Authority, Mr. Ajenim Boateng Aje, and his team for the hard work to ensure Ghana has an electronic government procurement system. You've done very well. And you have been supported by the board. And I know the board has worked so hard to put this together. So I want to thank the board also of the PPA for what you have done. In his welcome address, the CEO of the PPA acknowledged the work of all the stakeholders in the delivery of this system. I also personally want to, at this stage, add my voice on behalf of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to sincerely appreciate all your efforts. When you look at some of the problems we have in this country, we usually talk about corruption. And when you think about corruption, if we are to be honest with ourselves, I would say that the corruption problem in this country, over 90% of it has to do with procurement. Are you with me? Yes. It's really a procurement problem. That is where you really find the corruption problem. Of course, we are also looking at how do you deal with this corruption problem. The biggest enemy of corruption is transparency. If you can shine a light, usually corruption happens when people are not looking or when you cannot see. So transparent procurement becomes a very, very important tool or instrument in our fight against corruption. And of course, this system, apart from enhancing transparency, also enhances coordination and competition. So you're dealing with the 3 C's. You're dealing with corruption, you're enhancing coordination, and enhancing competition at the same time. You will recall, ladies and gentlemen, that during the very first quarter of the government of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on the 16th of March 2017, I paid an unannounced visit to the Public Procurement Authority and requested the authority at that time to implement an e-procurement system for Ghana. Fortunately, the PPA was already in the process of implementing such a system under the World Bank's e-Transform project. The new management of the PPA took up the challenge, as they have told us, and we have collectively achieved this remarkable milestone. As you have been told, with the launch of this project, Ghana becomes the first country in West Africa to establish an electronic procurement system for the public sector. And this emphasizes the role of Ghana as a leader in the digital innovation for Africa. As with any electronic application, the foremost benefit of the e-Ghana procurement system is to minimize the human interface, the human face-to-face interaction. It will increase productivity for both procurement officers and service providers, as all manual procurement processes and procedures are now being automated. With the e-Ghana procurement system, service providers, that is suppliers, consultants, and contractors, will be able to respond to tenders, seek clarifications, and so on from the comfort of their offices via the internet. You are not going to go and look for tender documents and someone will tell you the documents are finished. So with e-procurement, the documents will be on the internet. You don't have to go and try to get them otherwise. The time and risk associated with the tender submissions will be considerably reduced or eliminated. Once you submit your tender, nobody can tell you it has gone missing, right? It will be there electronically and digitally. In addition, there will be considerable reduction of the use of paper associated with tendering, your printing of tender documents, evaluation reports, and so on. They can be very cumbersome and really use a lot of paper. As a government, we are fully committed to improving transparency and efficiency in the procurement process. With this end-to-end modular e-procurement system and its integration with other government systems such as the Registrar General's Department, the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana e-payment portal, and eventually with GIFMIS, we get closer to this objective. Ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of government's drive to digitize our economy is the need to facilitate the delivery of government services, to formalize the economy, de-risk the business environment, and above all, deal with matters of corruption. This overarching objective manifests itself in many digitization programs we have rolled out in the last 2 years of government under the leadership of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The national ID system has begun with the registration of some specialized agencies and institutions, and the mass registration started yesterday. I encourage everyone to take part in the process and get your unique Ghana card. The digital property address system has been implemented. We have a well-functioning mobile money payments interoperability system. The e-justice program, the digital driver's license, the digital vehicle registration, the online application for passports and business registration, as well as the integrated tax application preparation system that allows citizens to file tax returns online, are all part of the processes towards the realization of the modern digital economy. Of course, you also have the paperless ports, the renewal of the NHIS through mobile money, and today you can check the duty that you have to pay for imports on the Ghana Trade Hub application on the internet. You don't have to wait for a clearing agent to tell you what the duty is. You can just go put in your IDF and then find the duty. So digitization is happening at a very fast pace, and it is putting Ghana on the map internationally. Just yesterday, one of the leading philanthropists and IT people in the world, Bill Gates, gave Ghana a thumbs up for the medical drones that we are using in Ghana. Showing how quite advanced we are getting in this digitization area. Each of these critical soft infrastructures has its own unique benefits and help largely in the fight against corruption. The e-Ghana procurement system is another step aimed at curbing the canker of corruption in our public procurement processes. And I'm happy to note that the World Bank has increasingly come to the conclusion that the way forward for Africa now is through digitization. This is, a few weeks ago, I had a meeting with the Vice President for the World Bank, and he made that point. And it is something that we have to, Ghana is already on that path, but they have made the point for Africa as a whole, Africa needs to move on that path of digitization. So I'm very, very happy that in the World Bank, we have a partner that is committed to this vision, and we are going to work together to deliver more digitization for the country and for Africa as a whole. So Henry, we will hold you to your promises. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's e-procurement system, in line with the international best practice, uses the Open Contracting Data Standards, OCDS, for its reporting and display of information. In this format, information is available at each stage of the procurement process. The tender opening details are available. The current contract awards that have been made is available. The current tenders, tender notices and advertisements, all of that are available electronically. The tender documents and so on. But also more importantly, the evaluation is going to be done electronically. So you won't even know who is going to be doing the evaluation because it is not transparent. It is electronically. So the results will be presented whether you've won or not. So a lot of Goro boys will also lose their jobs. Some other benefits to derive from this system, just to mention a few, are the increase in transparency, ease of monitoring and audit, reduced fraudulent practices, increase in accuracy and reporting and statistics, the increase in the participating suppliers in public procurement. Sometimes some suppliers, before you get to know, the procurement has come and gone. You didn't know about it. But once you are registered on this portal, you can check and see when the procurement is coming on, and you will have more suppliers therefore involved. And when you have more suppliers, it means more competition and better value for money. We will also see therefore an increase in the number of tender responses, the reduction in procurement lead times, timely delivery of material, and reduction in the cost of goods and services due to increased competition. With all these benefits and many others, Ghana is indeed entering a new dawn in public procurement. It will soon be a thing of the past, where service providers have to travel distances to access tender documents, submit tenders, or seek clarifications. Use of tender boxes will be history. Now the tender boxes. Now your computer is your tender box. Civil society, and for that matter, the general public, no longer have to go to public entities requesting information on its procurement activities. Procurement officers won't have to find space to store increasing tender-related documents. The available funding from the World Bank under the e-Transform project is expected to at least train and roll out 660 public entities onto Ghana's e-procurement platform. Phase 1 of the rollout will commence after this launch with the following entities who are already enrolled: the Department of Feeder Roads, Ghana Cocoa Board, Ghana Health Service, Koforidua Technical University, and the Tema Metropolitan Assembly. These entities are required from now on to conduct their procurement activities on the e-procurement platform. We appreciate the support and cooperation from these entities to be the pioneers on this system. I am informed that phase 2 of the rollout is expected to start in a couple of months, in June this year. And this will cover all 34 ministries, public universities, metropolitan assemblies, and some selected departments and agencies. Heads of these institutions and their procurement officers are entreated to cooperate fully with the PPA during the training and other rollout of the activities. We are going to change the way things are done, so we need your cooperation so that all these 34 ministries and agencies, departments and agencies will have to cooperate so that we roll out the phase 2 seamlessly. The phased rollout will continue till the end of 2020, during which time all public entities, inshallah, will be expected to use the e-procurement system for their procurement activities. That's where we are going. So by the end of 2020, we want to see all public entities using e-procurement. These are major milestones for this country. So with these few words, it is really my honor and delight to formally and officially declare Ghana's electronic procurement system, dubbed GANEPS, duly launched.